Hello everyone, Joe Killinger with the RRD. I wanted to take a few minutes today to talk to you about short-term rentals. We've had a good number of our clients and our landlords have been calling, asking about the legality of having short-term rentals in their buildings, and we've even had people that are tenants that have been calling and asking questions about why they cannot do short-term rentals in their property. So I reached out to a friend of mine, Carla, that is a real estate attorney here in Los Angeles, and she was kind enough to come in and answer a few of these questions for us. So Carla, thank you very much for coming in. If it's okay, I'd like to just kind of jump right into it. And as far as if I'm a landlord, why would I not want somebody in my building doing short-term rentals?
Well, I think there's probably three main reasons. One is with short-term rentals, most of the companies that do these short-term rentals do background checks and do verify, but there's still the potential to get the quote-unquote bad apple and somebody in there who could do potential damage to your property, which I'll go into further as far as the insurance aspects in a minute. But there's also, as far as city municipalities, a lot of different cities have fines for short-term rentals which would be incurred by the landlord, not by the tenant. So you'd be responsible for the fine. And then as far as what I mentioned earlier about the bad apple, it can impact homeowner's insurance. Every landlord is required to have homeowner's insurance. If there is some kind of claim during the short-term rental, your insurance carrier will deny a claim if they find out the space is rented like a business, which a short-term rental is. So not only will they deny the claim and then you're on the hook financially, there's the potential for the entire insurance policy to then be canceled, which makes your entire building illegal just because of this one unit that had these short-term renters in it.
So let me get this right. So if I'm a tenant and you own the property, I decide to go on a short-term rental company, an Airbnb, a VRBO, whatever the case may be, and I have my own renter's insurance. I rent it out, some damage happens to the property, and I go ahead and put a claim in, that'll void your insurance? Is that what I'm hearing?
It's not that will void my insurance. Yes, it's always a good idea to have your renters have rental insurance. That usually only covers their personal property. It's not going to cover property damage on the property. Most renters insurance companies will do a subrogation claim against the homeowner's policy to recover that money. When that's tendered and your homeowner's policy finds out they're short-term renters, they will in turn deny the claim. And they also have the potential, even without a claim being submitted to the homeowners, they find out that there's these short-term rentals, they can cancel your policy just because of that.
Okay, that's good to know. I didn't know that.
If they find out the space is being rented, even without
as a business,
right? Even without a claim being tendered, if your insurance broker, your insurance carrier finds out that your unit or a unit in your building is being operated as a business, like a short-term, which a short-term rental is, they have the right, if they so choose, to cancel your entire policy for your entire building.
Okay. Good to know. I want to go back to another thing. You said that let's say, I know that like in Santa Monica, I believe, the short-term rentals are illegal, correct?
Correct.
What if I'm a tenant, I live in Santa Monica, I'm going ahead and using one of these short-term rental sites, and then the city of Santa Monica catches me? Do I pay this fine, or does the ownership pay the fine? Or
the
do
owner,
both?
the landlord is on the hook.
The landlord is on the hook.
Because the landlord has the ultimate responsibility for the building. The landlord can then turn to
pass
the
fine
tenant,
on.
pass the fine on to the tenant, but then that involves a lot of different legalities as well. So the problem with the short-term rentals is ultimately all of it is on the landlord. When you become a landlord, usually it's low risk and modest income.
Right.
You have a locked-in term lease, you know the number of tenants, so you sort of know the wear and tear on the property, on the facilities, on the utilities. Suddenly you have this high traffic, so your modest income and low risk property now becomes modest income and high risk. So I don't think that most landlords, when they know the ramifications as far as the insurance and then what could potentially cost them money,
Sure.
are going to want to
Because you're getting a lot more wear and tear. People are
Exactly.
going in and out a lot more. You get a lot more wear and tear on the unit as well as the common areas. So
And you don't know the number of people, how many people, the frequency, or the background of the people. As a landlord, you know when you sign a lease, the term, how many people are going to be there. Some landlords do background checks, but you certainly always do a credit check. You know who's going to be in your space.
right.
And, you've met the people this way, you don't know. And even if the tenant doesn't know half the time who's going to be in their own space.
Great information to know. Thank you.